In my Ultimate Arena Guide video, I showed you guys how to complete the fixed loadout challenges as easily as possible on Ultra Hard. Plus, we covered a bunch of tips for the open loadout challenges. But I also mentioned the strategies I showed there aren't the same ones you'd want to use if you're interested in posting a competitive time. The tactics you need to get a top time on the leaderboards are much harder to master. So today, I'll show you how I got my 4th place finish on Ultra Hard in the final fixed loadout challenge, Apex Predators. Like almost all the fixed loadout challenges, to post a top time in Apex Predators, we need to use traps. A lot of them this time. We'll be crafting 5 elite acid traps, 3 advanced acid traps, and some additional advanced blast traps to get us up to at least 8. It's also a good idea to keep the 2 stamina potions at the ready. The 3 weapons we're going to use are the blast sling, sharpshot bow, and warrior bow. We'll want to switch the weapon technique on the sharpshot bow to brace shot, and keep in mind that the damage you deal with brace shot is only dependent on the bow's rarity, not the ammo type, so it's best to use the tear precision arrows since we might need those to remove some plates on the Thunderjaw later on. Set up quick swap between these and the advanced bombs on the blast sling. On the warrior bow, we're going to use the fire arrows to trigger the blaze canisters on the Thunderjaw's belly to cause explosions, so it's best to set the weapon technique to spread shot to hit multiple canisters at once. When dropping in, you can sneak in a little extra damage by launching a blast sling bomb in the air. You should hit the Thunderjaw with this and then follow up with a brace shot right away. Now, our first goal is to get the Thunderjaw and Scorcher close together. This is easiest if one of the machines is somewhat close to the platform to begin with. I prefer when the Scorcher is close because the Thunderjaw will almost always charge over right away when you drop in, but it works the other way around too. It's just harder to avoid the Scorcher when it launches over to you. As soon as they're close together, pop a smoke bomb to stun them and then immediately place 4 elite acid traps between them. The goal here is to hit both of them with all 4 traps, but be careful not to place them too close or the machines will exit the confused state early. If you see their eyes turn red, you'll need to get out of the way quickly. Once you get the 4th trap down, dodge away and let them trigger the traps. It is possible to stay near the traps and avoid taking damage by dodging to leverage invincibility frames, but this is difficult to pull off, so it's best to get some distance. You'll often need to pop another smoke bomb and set down your remaining elite acid trap and some advanced ones to kill it. With the Scorcher down, our goal now is to kill the Thunderjaw as fast as possible. To do this, we're going to hit it with advanced blast sling bombs. This will simultaneously deal damage and build up to a knockdown, so the Thunderjaw will eventually fall over, exposing those blaze canisters on its belly. Now ideally, the corroding state applied by your traps will remove both plates covering the blaze canisters by the time it falls over, but you'll often end up with one or both of them still on there. To prevent this, I try to aim my blast sling bombs at the plates while we're building up to the knockdown to help ensure they're off when the Thunderjaw tips over. I find it's easiest to aim at these plates if you slide while firing off the bombs. Alternatively, you could be ready to hit the plates with a tear precision arrow, but drawing and waiting for it to explode burns precious seconds, so I think it's best to get them off with the bombs ahead of time. Either way, once the Thunderjaw's down, immediately run up and fire off some spread shots to proc the blaze canisters. Keep an eye on your weapon stamina. If you got hit earlier, you likely won't have enough. You can drink a stamina potion while the Thunderjaw is falling to remedy this, or you could just fire off a bunch of regular warrior bow shots instead of using the weapon technique. Now, if you can get at least 5 or 6 canisters to explode, it should only take one more set of 2 to 4 traps to kill it. If that doesn't do it, be ready to set up some more or fire off some more blast sling bombs or brace shots to finish it off. In my opinion, the hardest part of this strategy is the first set of traps used to kill the Scorcher and damage the Thunderjaw. If you don't nail that part, it's honestly best to just abandon the challenge and go for another attempt. Remember, don't get too close with those traps, and your smoke bombs will stop the machines in their tracks. Alright, let's check out my 4th place finish. Alright guys, that was my 4th place finish in Apex Predators. I posted this time in November 2022, and it's worth noting that these are virtually the same tactics used by my friends Wallace and Paulino and Mr. Fancy Pants to post the current 1st and 3rd place times for the challenge. So if you can perfect them, maybe that could even be you in the top spot. I hope you're able to learn from this to post your own top time, and even come up with some new tactics to push the competitive times even further. Now, if you'd rather see an easier, more reliable strategy to beat the locked loadout challenges and also get some tips for the open loadout ones, then you'll definitely want to check out my Ultimate Arena Guide linked on screen. And if you're looking for more tips on the arena, I'll link the guides Wallace and Paulino and Mr. Fancy Pants made down below. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.